What's up, guys? Back with another episode, episode 5 of the Ever Present Podcast. This is actually day 2 of recording the episode, but we'll get into
I
that a little
mean,
later.
like day seven, really, but
Hey, I kind of day 2 because we actually got on the Zoom call yesterday. But we'll get into all that later. I'm your host, B Mac. I'm with my co-host, Chris, and it's been a minute, since we've been on, but I'm back in the States. I'm real excited, be home and soon get out to Gainesville so me and Chris can do some in-person episodes. But you know, yeah. So my bad, Chris, for cutting you off right there.
are
But
you
I
good?
just
I
want to
wasn't. I wasn't jumping in. You didn't cut me off.
yeah, you good.
Uh,
No,
most
okay.
that
Yeah, for sure.
most definitely. They're looking forward to doing some in-person episodes. And like you said, some great news. You back in the States right now, so
Yeah.
that means you completed your first stint of playing overseas. And
Yeah.
we really gonna get into that a lot today because a lot of people don't really understand like what comes with playing overseas. Like, you know, yeah, you're still playing professional basketball, but it's a whole different world over there. So you definitely dealt with
Yeah,
some
for
stuff. You're
sure.
you're going through an injury right now. We'll get into. So
Yeah.
first things off, like how was your overall experience? Your first stint playing overseas.
I mean, it was a good experience. I'm thankful for everything that God took me through this past year. It was all a learning year, a good year for me overall. It was my rookie year. I got to learn a lot. I got to see a lot of different environments. I met a lot of cool people across the way, veterans and rookies. People that I consider people that I'm close with after this first year. But it was just a good experience. It's nothing like going across the country and seeing a whole different really environment, or just how people just kind of like interact with each other in a different
Mm-hmm.
country is really different. Like even from when I went to the United Kingdom, and I was telling people back home, like it's really just America with an accent. I had kind of had a suite in the United Kingdom, but when I went to Cyprus, it was like a whole different world. Like it was I was 8 hours ahead of everyone instead of like 6, which is like 2 hours is actually like a really big difference.
Eight
But
was eight
it
was
was
wild.
yeah, 8 is wild for sure. I remember like the first couple episodes, like I don't know, they know it was like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning when we got done with the
you
first
had
couple episodes.
you had practice in
Yeah,
like
but
three,
no,
4 hours.
yeah, exactly. But it's just like kind of like going through that experience, seeing like where I was at, it was an island. So like I got to look out, and like the kind of like most like jaw dropping thing to me was like looking out in the ocean, and
Mm.
like the actual skyline and the water line touched. Like that was my end point for like sight. And it's like crazy because I know for a fact there was so much more water out there. But it's like the fact that the skyline and the water line was actually touching, like kind of like right next to each other, like that far out, and I could see that like on like a sunrise or a sunset. It was like crazy.
Mm.
And and then just like kind of like the basketball style, it's a lot different than like I would say like America basketball. Like when I was in Florida last year, like it was a lot different. Like physicality is different, play styles are different. It's all even the teams are different. It's like with my team, we have 4 Americans, but you can only play 3 Americans on the court at one time. So it's like it's different. Like and you got to work with two people that they only understand so much English. We were in a country where English was a language that they understood and spoke,
Mm.
but it's not like that everywhere else. Like I got guys that are in countries that you don't even know English, like a lick of it. They're just speaking like 3 other foreign languages. So I had, like I said, I had to kind of sweep my first year, being in UK where it's all English, and then I go to a country where the second language is pretty much English in a sense. So, but like you said, like there definitely is there's a lot that goes on with playing overseas, because like I know there's a lot of days that like I just miss like my mom, my dad, like
Mm.
my family, just like, and I'd be up and they'd be dead asleep. Like it'd be like 11 o'clock in the morning my time, and I'd be wanting to talk to them or want to just hear from them, and I can't because it's like 3 a.m. Like I ain't calling them at 3 a.m. It's just like being able to operate on everyone's time is still that was hard. And then it got to a point where I kind of just isolated myself. I kind of just stopped worrying about everything back home and kind of just focused on what I had in front of me. And that's when things got a little difficult because I wasn't talking to nobody. It's kind of like it was out the way. And not difficult on like relationships. Like that was more difficult on me because if something I'm going, if I was to go through some, or I was, like something that happened, I was dealing with by myself. Like I was really on my own, and it was like I didn't want to talk to anybody about it, and it's because like it was my business, like it was really like
Mhm.
I took on like whatever happened basketball wise is like my own because that's my job, like at
Yeah.
the end of the day in the real world, like if I have a job, I can't go to my mom or my dad and complain about my job and things change. No, I gotta sit there and deal with it and figure out how to fix it. So that was kind of the biggest thing for me is staying mentally strong in like a whole different country where you're on your own and like college is one thing, like when people be like, oh, you're on your own, like move
Yeah.
away from home, for college, stuff like that. But like moving across the water where you're 8 hours ahead and like you're not a drive or a quick flight, 2 hour flight away from home, like, that's a whole different type of on your own. And like, you're not like in a civilization where like you're like more like like normality like normal people like you're
Yeah.
different like when you walk around they look at you like what are you doing here like you get
Mhm.
that vibe from when they look at you. So it's like it's different just staying mentally strong and and physically you don't get the same treatment and care that you would get like at a college or like a NBA or a G League team. You don't get that. It's really limited. You know, and that's not like a knack to nobody else out there. It's just that's what it is. It's just not like it is in the states.
Yeah. S- So like I wasn't even thinking about this from any aspect until like you kind of touched on it a little bit.
Hmm.
And so obviously like we all know that, in the States in America, like you see racism in certain areas of the world
Hmm.
everywhere in certain ways. So like and how you said like you could tell like when you walk the streets there, you just feel like you don't belong. So
Hmm.
like playing in the UK and playing in Cyprus, like was there any times or was it more than one time or all the time that like you felt like because I don't know how to say it, like did you ever feel like you were experiencing any like racial tension in any ways or anything like that?
Oh no, that's one thing. Like I know there's countries like
Yeah.
there is racial tension. Like I know guys that have been in countries where they don't like black people at all.
Yeah.
Like just speaking because I'm a black man. So like, but where I was at, no, it wasn't like a racial look at like what are you doing here. It was more like a genuine confusion of why are you here. Like like because like
Yeah.
where I was at, there was Cypriots, there was Greek Cypriots, there was Turkish Cypriots, and then there was like there was a small population of Africans, out there, and they didn't like we didn't look like them, so now it's
Yeah.
like they kind of figure out, you're here for sports, and now they're trying to figure out what sport exactly is it. I feel like, but I never really kind of felt like the racism thing.
Yeah.
If anything, if it was any type of like racism, they'd be just strictly off me being American. It wouldn't even be about me
Mhm.
being black. It'd just be me about being American for real.
Like, it's kind of fun, like, when you hear stories of other countries and how they respond to people of other race, it's like some countries, like, it really has no effect whatsoever, like, they literally don't care about the color of your skin, whatever. But, like, in
Right.
some countries, like, I'm pretty sure I don't wanna be wrong when I say this, but I'm pretty sure there's most or some Asian countries that,
Hmm.
like, if, like, it's anyone outside of them, like, they love their people and that's what they're for, and, like, they don't think that they're being racist anyway, it's just how it's portrayed to other people, so, it's always interesting to see, like, where each country lies in that one.
Nah,
But
definitely.
so besides that, like, what would you say, like, the biggest hurdle you had like, what was, like, the first hurdle that you had to jump when you got there? Because we talked about in previous like, probably I think it was our first episode, there was a couple times early on that you were really going through it and, you might have wanted to
Yeah.
quit at a couple different points. Like, what were some of the big struggles that you saw early on, and how'd you get through
Um,
those?
I would say the one of the biggest hurdles that it really like kind of like the first kind of shell shock that I had with when I had to switch teams.
Mhm.
It was Newcastle. It wasn't like it was a unhappy ending, nothing like that. It was just one to fit. And that's the thing about European. Like if you don't fit, they gotta get you out so they can get someone that does fit.
Mhm.
And I didn't really think of it like that. Like I didn't think it was that, it could be that sudden, like the strictly like, it's a business. Like everyone says it's a business when it's like college basketball and everything like that, but it's really a business when you get into like professional.
Yeah.
Like I had teammates that was there, but after I came and they got cut before we all left. Like it was like I seen a guy come and go, and it's just like, and it's like damn. Like and like one guy, like one of my teammates, he got asked to leave, and his replacement came to practice the day they asked him to leave. Like that's how fast they work, and it's just like knowing that like you could be replaced at any time, like that kind of like concept took me a minute to kind of get over the hump. But when I really realized that like I just gotta be me and like
Mhm.
not put myself in that position, like I was good. And then after that, like we had dealt with the coaching change. And it was just hard for me to adapt after the coaching change, just trying to figure out where my niche is and where can I, help the team at all costs, because that's what my biggest goal was, as a player. Like, me, like my
Mhm.
biggest thing is like, I don't care how many points I score. Like, I just want to win games, like
Yeah.
regardless of the situation, and it's just like, I just wanted to find my little niche to where I could help the team win, and it was just hard trying to figure that out. And like, I felt like I was getting help, to, do that, it was like, so, but that's a whole different story for off the record conversation. So yeah, I mean, other than that, it was like I said, it was like a real smooth sailing for me. Like I got blessed, like kind of like where my locations were,
Yeah.
kind of like in like kind of like I
Because
want to say like yeah,
Cyprus is a
Cyprus is like
vacation state, like
yeah,
place,
like
right?
Cyprus was like a vacation, like kind of like hotspot for in Europe. Like
Mm.
a lot of different people from different countries come to Cyprus to like vacation, just have fun. So when I first got there, like it was fun. Like I was going out, seeing like what the country had, like what was out in the country, like stuff like that, and like the parties, like the not party, the resort area, like that a lot
Mhm.
of people would go to. Like it was 10 minutes away from where I was at. So
Yeah.
we would just go down there and like go to the area that was out there and like we just, do what we do. And it was
And
it was crazy. Like it was like way different than what I expected it would be for
well,
sure.
you said in Cyprus, like the bars don't open till like the clubs don't open till like midnight, right?
Yeah. So the bars didn't open up till midnight and like midnight to like 2:30, and then the other club opens at 2:33, and then they don't close to like 5 or 6 in the morning. Like it's weird, bro. Like I had to like adjust crazy. I was like, wait, why are we not get like I remember we said we was gonna go out and like I got ready at like 10. I'm like, all right, baby, we finna go out, 10, 11, get out there by 12. He's like, oh no, we're not leaving till 12. I said, what you mean? Like I was genuinely confused, but when I seen how they get down out there, I was like, ah, that's why we went at the time we went, because none was open.
It's just
Nah, bro.
a different culture. Like what
Different culture.
was there ever like a like just a complete like culture shock moment where like you just realized like yeah, this is just done differently here, whether it was in the UK or in Cyprus?
In the UK, it was my first morning in the UK, and I was in a hotel because my apartment wasn't ready yet. So I went down there, about to get breakfast, and when I seen the lineup that they had for breakfast, I said, "Nah, this ain't America no more." I seen baked beans in the breakfast line. I said, "Nah,
Oh.
yeah, yeah, bro." It was crazy. I was like, "Nope, not baked beans, not at breakfast." So I respectfully ate toast, butter and jelly toast that
Oh.
day. And then when I got to Cyprus, I really didn't have many culture shocks. It was really like I was like chilling. I was
Yeah.
vibing out there. Like I wasn't really like
You
doing
you
like a
did get
lot.
like the two places that are most like American because
Yeah,
Cyprus is also like a big business hotspot. Like I'm pretty sure they have a lot of different international banking laws, so they attract a lot of big
man,
corporations and stuff like that. So you got blessed to be in
man.
a situation like a lot of American like English speaking people.
I don't really think if there's a culture shock I had. No, I wouldn't even say there was a culture shock. The only thing that really culture shocked me was one time I was out with my team at dinner, and like one of the little 12-year-olds had a whole cup of beer just drinking it. I'm like,
Wait, what?
no, like he was like
Oh,
12 years old.
in the UK or in Cyprus?
Cyprus, and he was like next to his dad, like with the cup, like just like this, just drinking it. I'm like, not gonna take it out of his hand or nothing. Like, I was genuinely shocked. I was like, nah, bro, like this
Like
is
he
crazy.
like a little 12-year-old just sat down and ordered a Guinness.
Nah,
I'm
he
pretty sure because that's what I'm
like
pretty sure that's some shit they would drink over
so like they had
there.
like the draft. They had like the draft. Like they was drafting the cups. And his dad, him and his dad walked in the door after getting the cups, and like he just with the cup in his hand, like I'm not lying, bro. Like they both walked in with a cup, like and he's just sipping it. Like I'm sitting there like you better than me because I don't drink beer at all. So
Uh,
look, yeah, I said nah, but that was probably the biggest culture shock I had. Just seeing that, I was like, nah, that's crazy.
a 12-year-old just
That's
drink.
crazy.
I'll never forget, bro. When I was like, I was young. I was probably because my parents were still together, so I was probably like, bro, I was probably like 6, 7, maybe, bro.
Mhm.
And we were at dinner. I just asked my dad. I was like, "Dad, what does beer taste like?" And he was like, "Take a sip,
Hmm.
dude." And I took a sip, bro. And that was genuinely the reason I didn't really drink it all until I was 21 because that shit was so nasty.
Mhm.
Like, and I never thought I would ever like any beer. I mean, I can drink it like a Corona. That's really the only beer that I actually like. But anything besides that, I refuse to drink. But I don't know how as a 12-year-old you could sit there and drink a whole glass of beer. Was the little kid fat?
Nah, he was skinny.
What? Bro, you wanna know something crazy? You know, like back in the day, like for people who were like just super skinny, their doctors would tell them to just drink a beer to put on weight.
Hmm.
That's what they told one of my grandmas when she was a kid. She was just so skinny. Like she just drank a whole beer a day to put on weight.
Nah, yeah. So let me see if there's anything else I can think of for stories with just overseas.
Bro, wait, no, didn't you have some crazy shit with one of your roommates? Like you were telling me like you had a stuff like your roommate was like really weird.
I'm trying to think if I we might have to come back to that because I'm really trying to think about. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like you
We
said
might have to come back to that.
you said you had like two roommates when you were in Cyprus, right?
Yeah, I
Because
had two roommates.
the
Yeah,
first kid like I had to
yeah,
leave for some reason, right?
yeah. That was what I was telling you. One of my roommates that roommate he was leaving. Like no, we were practicing. Like he's in practice with us. And my new roommate is brought into the gym, and I'm sitting there like I'm trying to do the math. I'm like, who are you coming for right now? Because I like and like my
Mhm.
new roommate, he was like 26. Like I thought like he was like, is he like a coach or something? Like what are you gonna do here?
Yeah.
Like, it didn't all register
And
yet,
they're coming
and I
in and
was
you know
like,
it's only one of four of you.
I was like, I was like, oh man. And I was like, I wonder who he coming for. And then everything, bust down. I was like, dang, because that was my dog. But
What was like the biggest difference in like play style? Like what was
uh,
what was the what was the game like over there?
the
In the
game
in
flow
the
for most
UK
teams.
and in
Well,
Cyprus.
I'll start with Cyprus because I played more games there. Like I played
Hmm.
like full season. I only played preseason in UK, so like I can get UK out the way. UK was really like kind of like the closest thing of American
Like American
basketball that
basketball.
yeah, like it was like it wasn't really no different for real. More spread out, I would say. A lot of threes, a lot of like a lot of scoring, like high scoring
Hmm.
games. But Cyprus, like it was like those three Americans on the court are taking all the shots. Like it was like real ISO ball. Like it was a lot of ISO ball. I feel like in Cyprus.
Really?
Yeah, like honestly, but you know, but things like it just depend on like who was on your team and who you had like outside of that. Because like some teams, like I remember some teams with us, like they would just pack it in on us and like just like kind of like just make the Americans pass it out every time we
Yeah.
had the ball.
So you guys only had four Americans on the team. So what positions did you guys all play?
We had two guards and like a 3-4 and a 5.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Like that's what most teams had. They had two American guards and two bigs, and
Mm.
just one of the bigs usually can play like a little perimeter, like stretch four, and
But
then a solid five. Usually the fives be like a big five.
and like the rest of the kids were the rest of the players on the team only from Cyprus, or like
Yes, all the other
they.
players have Cypriot citizenship per se.
Hmm,
Because there was like some guys that had like Greek and Cypriot citizenships. They had dual citizenships and stuff, so they count as Cypriot players.
Interesting. And were any of them nice?
Oh yeah, there was a couple nice players, Cypriot players for sure. There's definitely I give them a couple, give them a respects for sure.
They got any like Cyprian curries or something? Speaking,
Cypriot Curries.
hey, speaking of curries, what
Hey, no,
happened?
no, 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 no,
What
no,
happened
no, no,
last?
no, no, no.
We're
I
gonna
do.
no,
I
we talked a lot about it, but like like what's going on? What happened last night?
Hey, bro.
I'm happy I didn't bet it, but like what happened?
All I'm gonna say is, cause I'm glad we can get off the overseas. I'm done talking about overseas. I'm in my vacation mode. So, but let me talk about my Warriors real quick. First of all, my boy A Wig is still trying to lock in for real. You got to let him dust the cobwebs off. First of all, let him dust the cobwebs off.
Bro, he wasn't injured though. What was he was
But
just
he
crying.
wasn't. I'm telling you, he
He was
was
just
not
crying the whole
playing.
time.
He was not playing though. Like you gotta give my man some sympathy. My boy lost his pops.
Oh wait,
it's a mental
wait.
game too.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't mean to laugh.
Yeah, he lost his pops.
I was just laughing about the other
He's
rumor that
not
everyone's been
mentally
talking
there.
about. Okay.
He's not mentally there. I feel like he got locked back in all the way. I'm not saying he not locked in. I'm just saying he not
Yeah.
A Wig to the fullest yet. Because A
Oh
Wig to
yeah.
the fullest was holding some guys down last championship run. Don't forget we were the champions last year. You
You
know,
can't forget it.
but
You can't forget it.
but the Kings, I ain't gonna fake it to you. The Kings is playing really good basketball. Like everybody's sitting there talking about how they doing the Warriors like this and that.
Bro,
What they don't do to
the Kings are a great team, bro.
like if they doing it to the Warriors, what y'all think they gonna do to the other teams?
Bro.
Like
De'Aaron, like I've said it for the longest, but like De'Aaron Fox is probably like outside because like don't get me wrong, he's kind of shifty, but he's physically the hardest player in the league to guard because of how fast he is, bro.
oh yeah, for sure.
Like you,
I remember in high school, I dead watched him drop 40 in UIBL. Like
bro,
I actually watched that with my own two eyes. I was like, nah, this is crazy.
the way he gets up and down the court is insane, and it's just effortlessly. And it's like he'll be like walking the ball up the court, and just like one step he's gone.
And then you got
That
Malik Monk playing out of his mind.
out of
You
his
got Harrison,
mind.
you got Harrison Barnes looking like Harrison Barnes on the Warriors. You know, he over there going crazy. Davion Mitchell
Dude,
doing what he needs to do.
Davion Mitchell hit the dagger last night.
That's what
Eh,
I'm saying. Like he's doing what he needs to do. And they got Herder. They got Herder playing well too. And they got
Yeah.
Sabonis. Like the
All right.
Kings are
Hey,
not.
speaking of Sabonis, we'll get back to how good they are. But like, I still think that call was bullshit.
Oh no! You want me to give you my honest opinion?
No, because I'll get my opinion real quick because you're a Warriors fan, so I'll make sure that like the non-biased one is out there. Is I don't think that was Draymond's fault at all. Don't get me wrong. He probably stepped down harder than he needed to because he was trying to shake him off his foot. But bro, where do you guys expect him to step? He was trying to get his foot out, go and recover on the play, and he let go without him. Like he didn't think he was gonna let go of his ankle. He was trying to rip it out, and when he came out, he had to stomp his foot down to not lose his balance. I'm sorry, that's
People act like Draymond. People act like Draymond like 6'9" or something. Draymond 6'7", bro. Where is he gonna step? Yeah, like this dude just like can do the splits or something. Like no, Sabonis is too grown, too big to be grabbing another grown man's foot and ankle and holding on to it like that. Because it wasn't like he just wrapped his arm around it and like just like it
No.
just like and like he held onto his foot. Like no, bro, no.
And then post
That is
game,
your fault.
he had the audacity to say that like I forget exactly how he said it, but he was like, I didn't really like me grabbing his ankle, like I didn't mean to do that. It was just how we ended up. And like and what he
How
and
he ended up?
and then he was like, I just think there's no place in basketball for what he did. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because if he missed your stomach, it would have been reviewed for a technical foul on you. You grabbed the man's ankle.
Sabonis finished the game. That's all I'm gonna say. That step did not hurt enough for him to just take him out. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bro,
He
the way he
still
was
finished
acting,
it.
I thought he like broke a rib or something.
Nah, the way he was turning over and rolling over, nah, I ain't like that because he got back up and finished the whole game, bro.
Yeah,
Like I said,
he was
that man's
crying. Like,
almost
bro, he looked like he was in
that
tears
man's
on the floor.
almost like 7 foot, bro. You're too big and too grown to be grabbing another man's ankle while you're on the ground. It was one thing if Draymond was like all tangled up and no, Draymond jumped, came down, and was trying to go over, and he grabbed his ankle. And now Draymond got set out of the game. Now we gotta go play a game without Draymond.
Wait,
Like,
he's out for he's out for game 3
oh yeah, here. I'm pretty sure he is ejected for game
because
3 because he
yeah,
got
well,
kicked out of the game. So
because the first foul would have been his 6th, and then he got flagrant on top of that. So I'm pretty sure he had
yeah.
to get ejected. Oh, that's sick, bro. It's
So
so
if he got ejected, I'm pretty sure he's out for game 3. And now we got to play game 3 without Draymond.
and I really
Like
see.
that's so BS,
I
bro.
was texting my friend, and I was like, it's either Warriors and I mean it's either Kings in 5 or Kings in 7, because I didn't think that the Warriors would drop 2 at home. I mean that they would lose any at home. I think they're gonna pick up both games at home, but without Draymond in game 3, they might lose that one, and I think it'll be Kings in 5.
Bro. Unless I ain't gonna fake it to you. Unless this wakes up some in the Warriors, the era, and they just start turning up and put out 4 games straight. Hey, Warriors are 6 or
Not
Warriors are
happening.
7.
Not
Bro,
happening.
I don't ever doubt my team until the fat lady sing. And
No, I
we
believe
have
it.
Steph Curry. I trust Steph Curry. We might get a game 6 performance out of Clay, early in the Western. What we really need is for Jay Poole to be okay so he could play because he rolled his ankle. I need him to 80, 90%, maybe get an A wig, some I don't A wig, A wig 20 ball, A wig 25. So we need one of them. That's what we need. We need A wig to get back in that 2025 range. So, we can go ahead and because look, think about it. We lost close games where both these games have been close, and A Wig has not performed to his full capacity yet.
I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
If we have A Wig at his best, we're doing him. We're doing it to him. But we don't have Draymond in this game, so it hurts a lot.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's so funny because
Maybe I go 4. Maybe I go 4 straight after 0-3. Come back from 0-3, 4 straight. Where's the 7?
because bro, one of my boys was over last night for the to watch the game, and he had Prize Picks pulled up, and he was asking me like questions. I was just like, whatever. I seen Draymond's under on points for the fourth quarter was 2. I was like, slam the under. Like, bro, it's so funny because I hate Draymond Green because he's not. I don't hate him. I love his game, and I just make fun of how bad he is all the time. Every time I watch him play, and I watch him on offense, I'm like, he's so bad. He's so bad. But if you're on the Lakers, I would love him because he's so good. Like, he's really a great player, and he gets so much
His
disrespect.
IQ is off the charts.
Like,
his IQ is off the charts.
Like, he's you have to really understand basketball to understand what Draymond Green brings to the game. And he's literally he's still one of the best players in the league and he doesn't do anything special at all.
He doesn't have to score. He doesn't even have to average 15
Like, bro,
points.
his over under on assist for points was 8.5 yesterday. His over under on assist was 8.5. I have never seen someone's points and assists at the same over under. What he brings to the game is just
it's just with that system too. It's perfect because they have 2 guys that are elite shooters off the catch.
And because he never wants to score. Like, he literally does not want to score the ball, bro. He does not.
He
want
would
to
rather
score the ball.
sit there and just drop off 15 assists than 15
Literally.
points. I'm convinced. I'm convinced he'd rather have 15 assists than 15 points.
I respect it.
I love it. I love every part of it.
Bro, while we're talking about the Warriors, you want to know some crazy knowledge that Colin dropped on me a couple weeks ago that I would have never guessed in my life? Did you know that?
Castleton?
Yes, him. Did you know that Kevon Looney was actually disgusting in college?
Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, he was
Bro,
like that at
I did
UCLA.
not know that. I did
Oh, he
not
was like
know.
that.
Bro, I was like, I really would put up some Kevon Looney highlights right now. But bro, for anybody that does
Yeah.
not know that, Kevon Looney, before he tore his ACL, right? Or was it his Achilles?
Yeah.
I for,
I think it was
I
one of the I forgot I forgot exactly what it
I
was.
think it was the ACL. But before he tore his ACL at UCLA, he was like literally a baby Kawhi Leonard.
Dirty.
Just
Dirty.
just like a step slower than Kawhi Leonard.
Dirty. He was disgusting.
Like he was showing me those highlights, and my jaw was like literally to the ground. I was like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I could not believe what I was seeing, and it just like I think the reason I bring that up is because like me and Colin always talk all the time about finding your role in the league, and like there's certain players that like they found their niche, and like just finding your niche in the league, and Kevon Looney found his niche after he sustained what's for some people at that age damn near a career-ending injury for the type of game that he had, and completely transformed his game to become a five and get a
Hmm.
bag and how many rings does he have with them? Was he there for two?
I think
Or was
Kavan
this
was he might have
he
been
might have
there.
three. Or
I think he has three. I know he was there after the first one. After the first one they won. I don't know if he was there for that first team yet when Bogut was the center. But I noticed that second ring they had, I think Looney was on that team.
yeah. So like I said,
I'll fact check.
finding your niche in the that is the true definition of someone who found their niche and got a bag at finding their niche.
Yeah, because after they won the ring last year, they gave him some bread. Yeah, he got I was right. The 2017, the 2018, the 22. So he got the
Damn.
two rings. He got the two rings with KD and and then he had the 2022. So he just missed the one where it was Steph,
The first
Clay,
one.
Draymond,
That was their
Bogut.
best championship, if you ask me. That was their best championship, if you ask me.
They're
Or
you talking about
or the last one.
I'm gonna say the 2022 one was pretty fire.
I was gonna say either the first one or the last one was their best one.
So
What would you that's an interesting argument. What would you say?
so you don't rock with the two KD joints, huh? You don't rock with the two
No, I
KD
don't.
rings, dude.
I don't. I respect them, their rings, but like
Me personally, like you want to hear my
how do you not get those?
do you
Like
want me to personally you want me to personally like give you my advice like my like take on the whole KD thing like as a Warriors fan? Cause like me, like I sat there, I was like, I didn't think it was gonna happen. Like I remember like the rumors started happening, they're like, oh, KD's gonna go to the Warriors. I was like, there's no way KD's going to the Warriors. Like, there's no way. I didn't think Bob Myers could finesse the cap space enough to put that into works and like get that, worked out. But it happened. And then that's what and I hated that KD came to the Warriors because now when you say you're a Warriors fan after that fact, you're automatically assumed as a bandwagon. No, I was there before KD came. I was no, like no, we're good. We was good. We was there. Like the people that was there, we first drafted like Steph and we had Monte and we drafted Draymond Clay. We had to go through that struggle where we were just getting beat on our heads. No one wants to talk about that. No one wants to talk about that. But then when we start winning and everybody started talking, now we bandwagons. Okay, that's cool. Like me, I don't like I say Steph's my favorite warrior, but like my all-time favorite warrior is Baron Davis.
B Diddy was disgusting.
I had his jersey. I had his Warriors jersey. Like the white one, like with the guy with the Warriors in his hand. Yeah, like it was hard.
I like the orange ones they used to wear.
Yeah, the white,
Those
blue, navy
my
blue, and orange. I
yeah.
remember on NBA Live '08, I used to play with the Warriors just because of their jerseys. Like on the Wii, I was on the Wii playing NBA Live '08 with the Warriors.
Bro, that team was so nasty. Like people like that team isn't get talked about enough. That they had Baron Davis, Monte Ellis, Matt
Jason Richardson,
Barnes. They had Jason Richardson too.
pretty sure almost 100% positive.
What was the nickname of that Warriors team?
With what's the name too?
Yeah, that's a I forgot.
Beatrice.
Is that wait,
I'm
who?
about to I'm about to my Andres Beatrice, the
The
five
big
man they
man?
had. Yeah.
Whoa. I haven't heard that name literally since whatever that was. Oh my god. Damn. No, I would say if I had to get, I hate the Warriors, you know it, but if I had to give my favorite Warrior, it would probably be Baron Davis.
Yeah, that was a crazy backcourt, Arenas and Richardson,
Monte,
and then they had and then they had Anton Jameson too.
you also had Monte Ellis,
Yeah, I'm saying that's crazy,
bro.
bro. Like they
Actually, I
had
don't know.
some
Monte Ellis
hoopers.
might have been, no, I'm gonna say with Baron Davis, but Monte
No,
Ellis was really
no,
him too.
Monte Ellis. That was like the real life downhill, like ultimate downhill player. Like, and you got Monte Ellis in transition. There's a 80% chance that's a buck leg, straight leg. Hang time was crazy. Hang time was crazy. I was so mad when we traded him. So mad. I was like, I said a word. I almost said it, but it was a word that I won't say on stream. On the pod. I won't say it on the pod.
So do you still, even after being down 0-2, think that the Warriors? Because I know you're along with the other couple of Warriors fans that I have in my life that say if a healthy Warriors team, I will take them every time to the finals. Do you
110%. A
so
healthy
so
Warriors team,
so
like
you're so you believe that if they get past this first round that they could go to the finals?
if you was to put hypothetical, if game three was to come around and you told me my team is gonna be healthy from game three to whenever we lose, I like my team in the finals. I like my team in the finals. Who else is who is really okay? And the Lakers. We gotta see the Lakers get past the Clippers if you want to keep it a buck 50. Don't they gotta play the Clippers after
Yeah.
they play the Sun? I mean after the Grizzlies?
I don't know exactly where they fall. I would have
I
to
mean,
see.
let me see.
I
Let me
don't
look at the
think.
bracket. But let's talk about that. I think the Lakers by going 4-1 the Grizzlies. I'm not lying. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
No, they're gonna end up walking over the Grizzlies. They're gonna
like
they're gonna kill them.
bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the way they just
The Grizzlies have been through too much this year. You should, so
okay. Let's see
yeah, no,
here.
we're gonna steamroll the Grizzlies.
So
And yeah, what is the bracket? What does the West bracket look like?
I'm about to pull up the bracket right now.
Because dude, I think I don't. There's no way the Suns are getting past this first round. I don't give a fuck what
All
nobody
right.
says.
So wait, hold on. This might have been last year. Yeah, it had to be last year. Why is it doing this? This not it. It's a different one.
Trying to find it too. So all right, well we look for that. What do you think is gonna come out of the East though? We already said it once, but after we got a
Okay,
home.
I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm not even gonna talk about break down the whole East. I ain't gonna.
It's only between two teams.
Yeah, it's really only between two teams in my eyes, and right now it's the Celtics and the Sixers. And if it came down to a 7 game series with the Celtics and the Sixers, I'm putting the Celtics in the finals again. I'm not
Oh,
gonna lie to you.
you said the Celtics and the Sixers.
Oh yeah, I'm not counting the Bucks. What?
Okay,
No, because right now Giannis is hurt.
that's true. That's true. So yeah, no,
If
it is.
they if the Bucks go down like 0-3 or 0-2, because I ain't gonna fake it to you. As long as Giannis is out, the Heat gonna tag them.
Yeah, I've always thought the Bucks just aren't good. Like if you don't have Giannis on the court, what are you guys gonna do? That team is built for Giannis.
Yeah.
Like literally
So
built for him.
so to go into that conversation that you said, who like since Giannis is on the court, if not on the court, they're not gonna win. Who do you think the MVP should be
What do you mean? Like,
out of the three finalists? Because it's Giannis, Embiid, and Jokic.
oh, Joel Embiid.
You think Joel Embiid is MVP this year?
I think Joel Embiid is definitely the MVP. I don't
Will you
think.
be Will you be upset if they give it to Jokic though?
No, I wouldn't be upset. I
You would
think
just feel like
did he
Embiid got played.
did he finish averaging a triple double? I don't think he
I
did.
am pretty sure
Let me see. I think he fell just shy. Yeah, he averaged.
if
Okay,
he
so
doesn't average.
he didn't average a triple double. He averaged 9.8 assists. And plus,
Mm,
he would be going for a three-peat if he won, right?
mm-hmm.
I don't think he deserves it. I don't think he. Bro, if you're gonna give someone a three-peat,
Okay.
because here's my argument for why you can't give it to Yoke. Is obviously, yes, LeBron James had, I forgot how many MVPs early on in his career, but there was so many times that there were years that he could have just gone on a run and he could have been the MVP, but they gave it to Kevin Durant or whoever else because who wants to see LeBron win it every single year? I understand that. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would, so don't do it for Yoke.
No, that's what I said
Joel
too. That's what I
Embiid,
said too. I was like,
Joel
yeah,
Embiid
I
truly
said
deserved
Brian.
it.
Brian obviously is an MVP. Yeah, no, Joel. I said Joel Embiid definitely. I said Joel Embiid deserved it because of what he's been putting up crazy numbers. But I'm just looking at these like numbers with Jokic. His first 2 years, the MVP, his assists were at 8.3 and 7.9, and he had in the first year he had 10 rebounds and 26 points. In the second year he
Yeah.
had
So
27 and
he has
13.
only gotten
And
better. So you're saying he's only gotten better every single year.
it's not even that he gotten better. It's like because this third year now, he's 3 points down, like 2 3 points down. He's 2 rebounds down, but he's up in assists.
Yeah.
So it's like damn, like he's still averaging 24, 11, and basically 10. 9.8 is basically 10. Like I mean, like and
Yeah, no, he's
and
basically averaging a triple double.
and doing what he had to deal with for a part of that season too. It is impressive. I do give him that, but I do think Embiid should win MVP. I do believe that wholeheartedly.
1000%. I think Joel Embiid's earned it for damn sure. Giannis, I don't know why he would even be in the conversation right now. I think it's just between two people,
Yeah,
like at all at the end of the day. Who's in the finalists right now? Is it them three?
yeah. So those
Like
are three
bro,
finalists.
Giannis has been a finalist for like the last what 6 years. I'm probably
Yeah,
exaggerating,
and
but like, goddamn,
I think I saw Jaren Jackson win Defensive Player of the Year.
Jaren Jackson did win
I saw
Defensive
that
Player of the
somewhere.
Year. I don't know. I don't know if we were ever talked about that on an episode or anything, but I think we did talk about that previously, and we were talking about defense. Oh no, because when we did the first episode that we did end up doing, I drafted Jaren
Hmm.
Jackson, and I think in the episode I said that I think he'll win Defensive Player of the Year, but that was the episode we didn't end up putting out.
Mm,
So I
mm.
really like to see
That
that
actually
because
is episode.
Jaren Jackson's one of my favorite bigs in the league right now.
Now that you say that, we might as well tell them what we had to go through the past 48 hours with trying to get this episode recorded. So I'll go ahead and start it off. Me and Chris, we usually, before we get our episode started, we always get on FaceTime and we talk, we chop it up, we get our minds right to know, get on the podcast, like this is really my dog. Like I don't think y'all understand. This is really my dog. So like we really just be talking before we get on the Zoom. So we on FaceTime for like a good minute, really just trying to like figure everything out. And then we finally get on the Zoom call. But wait, let me run it back. I had to update my laptop because I hadn't been on my laptop for 7 months. So I had an hour-long update. Then I had to update Zoom, and then we finally get on.
So
We
like the
finally,
whole update process was like a 2.5 hour process.
oh yeah, for sure,
I
definitely.
won two keep in mind I won two Super Bowls in Madden franchise in
That
the
is
whole
true.
time span he was doing this.
So like we sent her like we might have to do it tomorrow, da da da. And I was like, oh, the update's done, everything's done. So we get on the Zoom. We get on the Zoom, right? We start talking, getting ready to hit record. I go up to the fridge, like literally, like I wish I could show y'all, but I'm on my laptop. I probably had to take 10 steps to the fridge and 10 steps back. When I get back to the camera with a water bottle and my body armor, essentials, the camera start lagging. And I'm like, oh man. Oh, we even forgot about the mic. Remember the mic?
Oh
The
yeah.
headset. Yeah, the
Yeah, so yeah, like this was again right before we started to hit record, and all of a sudden I couldn't hear a word BMAC was saying. Like he was just like mouthing words to me and I couldn't hear him. And like it just stopped working like that. So I did not think it was anything on my end at all. So he's like trying to fix his AirPods, go grab a different headset. It's like 5 minutes and he's like starting to get pissed. And like he walks away to go
yeah.
to go do something. And I feel my headphones with the wire real quick and I just like push it in and I feel it go in. And I was like, yo, come back, come back. He comes back. I was like, and he said, yo, fuck. Yeah, that was my fault.
Yeah. So then right when so literally we're about to hit the record button. everything start lagging. I'm literally talking and I'm watching Chris listen to me talk because I know I'm lagging that bad. I'm sitting there like, oh man, this is bad. And I was like, yeah, this is the sign that we weren't supposed to record today. This is just supposed to be an update, get everything straightened. Because look, we've been smooth sailing.
We had no.
We've been
I
smooth sailing.
don't think you noticed on your end, but there was like there's like 1 minute where like you
Oh, you
your
paused too?
your
I paused on yours too?
your picture like your video was like a 2 second lag from your voice. I
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
no, you definitely had like one where you like, and then it come back in. I was like,
oh, for
okay,
real?
it's all good, it's all good. Yeah, it was all good. Yeah, it's all good though. You all straighten out.
It was all good though, because like
Oh
I didn't end up having to wear the beanie. Oh, you got your son up with you?
yeah, hold on.
Oh,
I gotta introduce everybody.
show the fam
I gotta
your
introduce
son.
everybody. Show the other present podcast. Apollo, look at the camera. Apollo McKissick in the flesh is my son right here. I missed him after 7 long months. Spending my time with him when I can. But yeah,
Yo, what was
that's
first?
crazy.
What was the first thing he did when he saw you?
He like looked at me and like he started barking at me because he thought I was like he didn't really like off the rip. And when I got close to his cage, he like sniffed my scent, and then he like just started going crazy. Like he was waiting on me to open the cage, and then he jumped on me. So yeah, it was a good like welcome home for real for me, because like me, like like I was missing my dog bad.
Bro,
Like this is really my
oh,
dog.
of course, bro. I just remember anytime we used to come chill at your crib, a fucking Apollo would just be getting rowdy the whole time.
Posted, getting rowdy, but you know what's
Just
crazy? He calm.
all you do is just smack his cage once. Oh,
Yep. Hey, he calm now though. Like he's super calm now. Like you'd be surprised for real.
your
And he
mom,
got bigger, so
your mom's was treating him right.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Gosh, shout out to Ma Dukes. She took care of my son 7 months. So when my mom watched this episode, mom, shout out to you, big
Sh-
heart.
Shout out all the moms,
Shout out to all the moms out here.
all the
For
moms.
real, all the moms. We love moms.
We do.
We do, for sure. Dang man. Let's go in the bloopers. Let's go in the bloopers.
What bloopers?
What bloopers? We do raw uncut. We do raw no cuts.
Exactly.
No,
Straight like
it's
that.
not cap. It's not cap though.
Yeah.
We do a little cuts. We do a little cuts here and there.
Here and
But
there.
nah, man. Hey, you might as well let them know. When I do get out there, it's gonna be we got some crazy
Yeah.
things lined up.
We gonna make this one a little shorter than normal, but once he gets out here, we gonna make sure we go.
I think when I book the ticket, we'll get. I want to do another episode, and we get back on, and we really announce what we got, what we got cooking up.
For sure.
And then because then we could really have everybody tune in. Maybe I can get my I'll talk to y'all about. I got some more other ideas I didn't come to.
We got look. We were on FaceTime for like 4 hours yesterday, trying to while we were waiting for his computer to update.
And we were just
cooking.
We got some ideas. Like y'all gotta really be tuned in for real, because the ever present, the brand, not just the podcast, ever present, the brand is coming. And when we do come, we're gonna kick the door in. Exactly.
We gonna end it straight like that, just on that. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Like, comment,
you everybody
subscribe.
for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, follow. Make sure you tell your peoples. Make sure you tell your peoples about it.
Make sure you tell your mom.
Yeah, make sure you tell your mom. First of all, because that's the most important woman in your life. Moms, most important people in our lives. Tell your moms first. Then you tell your dads. Then you tell your friends. You tell everybody, because look, this is a podcast for the people.
Exactly.
I'm B Mac. That's Chris. Oh wait.
You had it right. You had it right.
That's Chris. I'm B Mac. That's Chris. And this is the Ever Present Podcast. Deuces.